Hello, everyone. It's Alexis with Create Your Future, and we're back with another video with Ivan today. Hey, Ivan, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
So, you guys, this is really, really exciting, and I find this success story so touching because Ivan has a client of his who used his self concept and he changed the way that he related to himself and he changed his relationship through his intentions to love. And then he got his SP to say, I love you in his 3D reality. So, this is really juicy. It's a super sweet story, and I'll let Ivan fill us in on all the details. Go ahead.
Thanks, Alexis. Yeah, it was actually really exciting to hear from him. So this client, we worked for, we had a couple of sessions, and when he came to me, it was because he had broken up with his specific person. So he was really sad about it. So when we had our first conversation, he was really upset, obviously, and throughout the conversation, I could hear a lot of you know, a lot of him not feeling worthy of the relationship and how he basically sabotaged the relationship because of the way he was thinking, and the concept he had from previous relationships that he brought onto this one, like thinking, that they're always the same thing, they never work out for me. Like, once I start showing up, they start backing off and all this stuff. So all these things were rolling in his head. So one of the things that we talked about is we need to build your self concept around, yourself. What is it that you feel you're worthy of when it comes to a relationship? And so we started practicing several things, starting off with a mental diet, uh, because we have to keep track of those thoughts that come through our head, these negative thoughts, and they make us spiral down and they make us feel bad. So it's just like, okay, let's switch it around. How do we switch it around? So we started doing intentions, but based on him rather than the SP. We did some intentions that are based on him. And so we worked on that. And at first, he was just like, well, I don't know if this will work. Will this work? I go like, okay, persist. You could persist. You need to persist and commit to it. Okay.
Mhm.
So he did it and he continued on, and he started seeing changes within his own world, when it came to his job, when it came to his daily life. He started feeling these changes, and reflecting it back from other people. So that sparked his curiosity to keep on going and going. And it was probably like 2.5 weeks in, his SP calls him to see how he's doing. And he's just like, oh, I'm doing good, like I've been working on myself and doing this. It's like, oh, can I see you? And they agreed to see each other. They did. He said that they had like a great conversation. And then the SP actually spent the night a couple of days. It was
Oh,
like a couple of days. Yeah.
oh,
Um, yeah, which is cool, we
yeah,
all want that.
of course.
Yeah, so then probably, I would say 5 days after, the communication started back up, the SP told him, he's like, "I love you," you
Wow.
know? And so the client calls me and he's like, "I'm so excited." Like, he said, "I love you." And I was like, "Oh, well, what did you say back?" And he said, well, I didn't say it back to him because it was in my moment, because I feel like I have to continue on my journey, and I want it when it comes out from me, I want it to come out naturally. And that moment, when I know it is that moment, that's when I'll say it. But he was like, I'm really excited. And I did tell him, it's like, I have the same feeling for you, but I'm gonna wait to that special moment. But I do have, the feeling is reciprocated. So it was really, really nice to hear him say that. And he's really excited. And what's important is that he's continuing to follow what we're working on. It's not just because he already got the I love you that he stopped. He's still persisting in a healthy way where it feels good to him, where he's getting what he wants.
Hmm. Gosh, I mean, as you were saying it, it almost makes me a little teary because it's such a beautiful story. And it's something that I think all of us can relate to and all of our clients can relate to because so many of us before finding the mental diet and understanding that your thoughts create and that your thoughts they also create your physiology and that they've created your relationship to everything is so incredibly magnificent that we have this tool and that he was able to use that because,
Yeah.
you know, I had asked you, I had said, Ivan, did you give him the intention? My SP says, I love you. My, as you know, the
Yeah.
stereotypical kind of like carbon copy intention. Nothing wrong with carbon copy intentions because they still
Okay.
work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they said, no, actually, we didn't. And because you did what I consider here is more of the deeper work,
Mhm.
like the deeper work that goes into changing those core concepts. And then, you know, we know the concepts of everyone as you pushed out, and we understand
Mhm.
that our thoughts are things. We know that our thoughts create and that they go into our reality. But it's like if you don't have that foundation of the stability, the security, and the
Mhm.
relationship to love, that love's coming to me, I deserve
Yeah.
love. You don't have that core automatic thought and the core subconscious belief about it in like that persisting in a healthy way that you talked
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Then it's like we don't have that foundation, then we don't have a sturdy house, you know. It's
Yeah, exactly. And
Mhm.
then you just you keep on getting bits and parts of your manifestation rather than getting the full thing, you
Yeah.
know? And it was the ease that he took on it that actually got him the I love you, you know? That's
Uh-huh.
what it was. It was the ease and like, the way that he persisted where it felt good to him, you know? And so one of the things that I like to practice, would like to tell clients is like, it all comes from your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the one that creates. Therefore, like, you have to train your subconscious mind to like feel the emotion that you have your desire, and you do it by doing these like intentions of like worthiness,
Mhm.
because it feels good, because we need to feel worthy of what we have, because if not, like, that's why we sometimes get something and then we lose it because like we don't believe that we deserve it, you know
Yeah.
uh, so can I share with some of the intentions that I shared with him?
Oh yes, and everyone, please grab a pen and a piece of paper because I have these written down too because I'm saving them for myself because I like them so much. So these are. Go ahead,
Okay. Okay. So this is one of my favorite ones, and it's I am love, therefore love reflects back to me.
Ivan.
The next one is I choose to become the best version of myself that is worthy of my desires. And then one of my personal favorites that I've been saying for years is day by day, in every single way, I'm getting better. So
Mm.
those were one of the main ones that we used. And yeah, he says like I use them all the time.
No, and
Yeah.
I love that too that you touch upon that you've used the one
Hmm.
that you said for years too. And like I just said a couple seconds ago that I would like to add these into mine. So we want to be clear, I think, with all of our listeners and our clients too, that we do this ourselves. Like we're not telling people change
Yeah.
your relationship to love because we're out here just living our life. You know, Ivan and I both practice what we preach,
Yeah.
and we agree that the subconscious mind pushes everything out anyways. So we want to have the ease and the flow and then be persistent in that healthy way of
Yes.
consistency. Really key.
Yeah. It's really important that you actually mention about persisting in a healthy way. It's I get a lot of clients who ask, should I persist in like a very severe, hard way? And it's completely up to you. Like, what is it? What fits you? What
Mhm.
is like, what is custom to you? So you customize what is feels good to you. So like when it comes to like intentions and affirmations, like we provide, like as coaches, we provide you this, and you have to like make it your own. You need to feel it, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah,
So
and
I think that's really important.
well, I think that's just such an interesting thing to touch on because, like we were discussing before the video, and that in the coaching space and in the manifestation, law of attraction, and now the law of assumption space on YouTube,
Hmm.
where have you, there's differing viewpoints on this. Like, do we
Hmm.
have to persist like we're in a sprint, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You know? And for years, I was a fitness trainer. So I come from the background of like, you know, make it happen, like getting,
mm,
right?
yeah,
Well, this though, it's like there's the option if you choose that it fits you to persist in a healthy, gentle,
mhm,
creating that day-to-day foundation and not even like I had said, looking at it like a marathon, but like even a marathon has an end where like what you're saying here, the day-to-day, every day, I choose to become like that's kind of a forever thing, right?
yeah. No, yeah, of course. And it's like, we put a lot of emphasis on time as well. Like, how long is it going to take, But again, it's like, it's like anything, like a diet, you commit to a diet and you don't expect to lose weight in 2 days.
Right.
It is, it's a commitment to it and continue on and on and on. And then you'll see the results, but if you give up on day three, well, then it's not gonna, it's
Right.
not gonna happen to you. So it's all depending on how committed and how much of a desire you have for it, for your SP or for whatever goal it is that you're intending.
And really, like,
Mm.
if I think you just bring it home here, because again, just to bring it back for everybody, this client got the SP to say, I love you, because he embodied love in a whole different way through intentions and through his energy and his physiology and his commitment to himself, right? Choosing
Yeah,
that best version. So I love it.
yeah, yeah. I was so excited for him. Yeah, it's always like it's just so nice to hear it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, yeah,
And it's just so warm and cuddly. It's like a big teddy bear, this whole story.
yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. I was like really excited.
Yeah.
Yay, one more.
Yay, what a win.
Yeah,
All
that's what
right.
we're looking for, the wins.
Definitely. The wins, and that, getting the win and then more wins, and continually seeing evidence of your intentions and intending for
Mm,
that every day, right, is a big
of
part of it.
course.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Well, you guys, it's obvious that Ivan gets results, because we're hearing about one today, and a really big result here. Getting an I love you is a really big deal for most of us. It's what all of us want. And Ivan is available for coaching, and he is also having a sale, which is super exciting. So all of the links for coaching and signing up for him are in the box below. And thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Make today an awesome day. See you soon.